Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge that Calgary is on Treaty 7 territory, home to the Blackfoot Confederacy of the Siksika, Kainai, and Piikani, as well as the Tsuut'ina and Stoney Nakoda nations of Bearspaw, Chickasha, and Goodstoney. I also acknowledge the Métis people of Alberta who have a deep connection with this land. First off, I would like to say a big thank you to Western Mechatronics for hosting us today. This is an amazing facility and program that is helping young Albertans follow their passions in robotics, including empowering young girls to pursue jobs in STEM fields, which is also exciting and important to me as a Status of Women Minister. And thank you to the Calgary Humane Society for also participating in this announcement. I'm very blessed to have the Calgary Humane Society in my riding of Calgary-Pagan and gotten to spend some time with them over the years. So we're grateful for all you do to help animals in need in our province. So this morning, I'm going to talk about how Alberta's government is keeping its commitment to support nonprofits and communities strong across our province. Our community grants are helping nonprofits create valuable community spaces, experiences, and services for Albertans that make this province the best place to call home. This includes our community facility enhancement and community initiatives programs, which improve the lives of Albertans, create jobs, and generate local investment across Alberta. Every year, these grant programs support hundreds of projects such as playgrounds, community halls, art centers, festivals, events, and programs that enrich our lives. I'm proud to say that we have invested almost $12 million for 226 projects in the recent round of grant distribution. That means so far this fiscal year, Alberta's government has distributed more than $24 million for 474 nonprofits, nearly half of which are going to rural communities. The Community Facility Enhancement Program, or our CFEP program, provides nonprofits with funds to build or make necessary upgrades to community facilities. Facilities in every corner of the province that are important community hubs, and where Albertans can access programs and services that help them and their families live their best life. Through CFEP alone, the second round of grants are supporting 146 projects to enhance or build these key community facilities. Along with improving community infrastructure, construction projects like the ones supported by the Community Facility Enhancement Grant create jobs and support our provincial economy. For example, one recipient is the Prairie Tractor and Engine Museum Society that will use the funds to build an early 20th century replica general store at Coyote Flats Pioneer Village to showcase historical artifacts in their possession. Our Community Initiatives Program, or our CIP program, helps nonprofits with grants to help create projects and provide services that get Albertans involved in activities and connect with neighbors, family, and friends. The second round of grants through the CIP program will be supporting 80 nonprofit organizations and their programs, such as the Western Mechatronics Association and the Calgary Humane Society, who again I'm so pleased to have here with us today. Or the Friends of the University of Alberta Botanic Garden, where CIP project-based funding will help showcase innovative, dynamic, and immersive visual and performing arts in the garden, providing a unique experience for Albertans and visitors alike. Our nonprofits do so much more than just manage spaces and run great programs. They are all about helping Albertans enhance their lives and find real, genuine connections where they live. So, whether you want to immerse yourself in the arts, learn tricks on your skateboard, or delve into exciting stories of the past, nonprofits are there to help you create lasting memories, friendships, and ties to your community. Investments by Alberta's government are nurturing our incredible nonprofit sector that enhances community spaces and spirit to make sure Alberta remains the greatest place to live, work, and raise a family. There is nothing better than supporting those who put in the hard work and dedication at the core of our communities, and I look forward to hearing more from our speakers in just a moment. So I encourage everyone to attend Mecha Mayhem 2025 at the BMO Centre in February, or consider adopting your next pet from your local shelter. And one last thing, I want to encourage everyone to help support your local nonprofit or cause at our Alberta crowdfunding platform at crowdfundingalberta.ca. Thank you. So now I'd like to invite our host, Justin from Western Mechatronics, to share a few more words.
Thank you so much, Minister, for the CIP project-based grant has enabled Western Mechatronics Robotics Club to host Canada's largest robotics tournament, Mecha Mayhem. From February 7th to 9th of 2025, over 210 middle school, high school, and collegiate teams will come from all over the world to showcase their robotics skills in a free event that is open to the public at the BMO Center. Everyone is welcome to attend and see the incredible engineering talent on display, as well as learn more about how to get involved in robotics. This event is more than just a competition, it's an opportunity to inspire the next generation of innovators and leaders. With interactive booths, engaging workshops, and demonstrations of cutting-edge technology, Mecha Mayhem will provide a platform for participants and spectators alike to explore the limitless possibilities of STEM and robotics. The event is designed to be accessible, welcoming people of all ages and backgrounds to experience firsthand how robotics is shaping our world. Furthermore, as a club, we are dedicated to showing the youth of Calgary and Alberta the robotics opportunities available to them in a practical, affordable, and efficient manner, with programs like Girl Powered, school residencies, summer workshops, and school robotics club teams. We are breaking down barriers to STEM education and creating pathways for students to develop critical skills in engineering, programming, and teamwork. Robotics is not just the future, it's here now, and we're here to ensure that Alberta's youth are equipped to lead in this rapidly evolving field. Getting into robotics is a lot easier than you might think, and Western Mechatronics is committed to supporting every student along the way, whether through hands-on mentorship, free resources, or engaging competitions. We aim to empower Alberta's students to dream big and achieve more. We are building a stronger, more innovative Alberta, one robot at a time. A huge thank you to the CIP grant, and we invite you all to join us on this incredible journey as we help shape the next generation of leaders in technology and innovation. Thank you. I'd now like to welcome Brad Nichols, the Director of Enforcement and Vice Executive Director of the Calgary Humane Society, to the podium.
Thank you, Justin. Good morning. Thank you for being here today. My name is Brad Nichols, and I am the Director of Enforcement and Vice Executive Director of Calgary Humane Society. On behalf of our organization, I am honored to express our gratitude to the Alberta government for granting this support. This funding is not just an investment in Calgary Humane Society, but a profound commitment to the welfare of animals in our community. Since our founding in 1922, Calgary Humane Society has been dedicated to protecting, rehabilitating, and rehoming animals while educating our community on responsible pet ownership. As Calgary's largest and longest-serving animal welfare organization, we empower our community to advocate for animal welfare and ensure that every animal has the chance at a better life. To achieve this effectively, we must have the tools and technology to support these efforts. This generous grant will enable us to modernize our technological infrastructure, enhancing the programs and services that make Calgary Humane Society a lifeline for animals and people alike. From our admission services, which ensure that those animals that need us most are brought in without delay, to our community programs that help families stay together with their animal companions, we are committed to breaking down barriers to companion animal ownership and providing meaningful support to those in need. Our work extends beyond the walls of our shelter. Our animal protection team is out in the community every day investigating concerns of animal cruelty, removing animals from abusive and neglectful homes, and holding offenders accountable. Programs like pet safekeeping and emergency boarding offer refuge to animals during events of domestic violence, unexpected crises, and natural disaster. Our continued companionship programs help seniors retain the love and comfort of their pets. With this funding, we can upgrade our systems to provide faster and more efficient services to the community that rely on us. This government grant allows us to put donor dollars directly toward impactful animal programming rather than infrastructure. To everyone who has made this grant possible, thank you. Your contribution to this crucial and often overlooked community resource and social service helps bring our vision of an empowered community where compassion, care, and advocacy for animals are at the forefront to life. And with that, I'll invite Minister Furr back for Q&A. Thank you.
All right, folks, so just a reminder, one question, one follow-up. Please state who your question is for. And also, please speak into the mic if you're on the floor. So I'll go to the floor first. Go ahead.
Minister for Aaron with Live Art Calgary. Obviously, a fair bit of differentiation between robotics, animals, and making general stores here. What is the criteria for the program to get the grants?
Yeah, thanks for the question. And I think that's one of the things I love most about the program is whether it's robotics or protecting animals, community arenas, arts facilities. It's just incredible to be able to support such a wide variety of individuals and organizations. So the different criteria for the CFEP and the SIP programs and the intakes are all available on our website. With CFEP, it's mostly about restoring or reconstructing or renovations to existing buildings and facilities. With SIP, the Community Initiatives Program, that's more about programs and operating. There needs to be, that these are nonprofit organizations. One of the biggest requirements we have in place is matching funds. That's an important part of the eligibility, and all the other details can be found on our website.
Off-topic question for you, Minister. Obviously, a bit of talk about tariffs and trade issues in the United States here. Is there any concerns about maybe that impacting the cultural industries here in Alberta heading into this turmoil time?
So, and I don't think so. I think our cultural industries are strong in Alberta and continue to thrive. I think it's really important that we continue to build relationships with the incoming Trump administration and focus on things that we have in common and shared strengths and how we can benefit each of our countries.
Is there any other questions from the floor?
Yeah. From the CTV newsroom, multiple nonprofits, including Legal Aid, Momentum Employment, and 3 disability advocates, say you've cut their funding with little warning. Doesn't cutting funding in the middle of a contract go against what you're announcing here today?
Yeah, so I mean, with our community grants programs, of course, the number of applications that we receive and the need outweighs the budget and the funds that we have available. I always have an open door policy to organizations and nonprofits that want to meet with me or my team to discuss matters. And if there are individuals or organizations that have questions about their funding, I encourage them to reach out to my office.
For sure. And then just switching gears back to tariffs, what do you think about the direction Danielle Smith is taking on the tariffs?
I'm really proud of our Premier. We've got, just say it frankly, federally, we've got a lot of instability and uncertainty happening at the federal level, and I think it's important, as I mentioned before, that we work to build relationships and goodwill with the incoming Trump administration, and I think that she's taking an active, important role in that. I appreciate it, and I'm proud of the work she's doing.
Any other questions from the floor? We'll go to the line. Operator, please put through the first caller.
Your first question is from Tim Brooke from CTV News. Please go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my question. I just kind of want to loop back to Nathan's first question there about some of the nonprofits in our province that have lost funding. First of all, I guess I'd ask, how are decisions made to not to pick on this robotics company, but how are decisions made to give this robotics company millions of dollars, but not give, for example, these 3 disability organizations advocates in Edmonton a combined total of $425,000? How are those decisions made?
Yeah, so thanks for the question. So when the applications come in, they're assessed against the eligibility criteria. As I mentioned, there's oftentimes more applications than budgets or funds within the programs. As it relates to the specific disability organizations that were asked about, that's certainly something that I could look more into in terms of were these organizations that applied specifically to the CFEP and SIP programs, or were these under a different pool or branch of funding? That's something that I could look into more.
Do you have a follow-up?
Thanks. Yeah, my follow-up, you mentioned there that organizations that feel like they've had their funding cut can reach out to you. But they've reached out to us saying that, there's been limited dialogue, their funding's been cut with almost no warning. So can you make a pledge today that you will meet with these organizations again? Can you tell them maybe what they're supposed to do? Because, you're saying come and reach out to us, but they're saying, well, they haven't been able to yet because you take the call.
Yeah, so with these organizations, first off, I want to give a shout out to our community grants program staff and my ministry who do a tremendous job. I hear time and time again when organizations reach out to them with questions, whether they've been successful in their funding application or not. Our community grants team is there to answer their questions, and if they didn't receive a grant, help them with coaching and advice of how they can be successful in the next go-around. With respect to the specific nonprofit agencies that you're talking about, again, I would direct them to reach out to my office, and depending on the organization and what the grant stream or funding was that they had applied for that they're indicating has been cut, myself or my office or department, or again, depending on which ministry it's under, would absolutely give them more information as to why that funding has changed.
All right, operator, is there no one else seeing no one else on the line? One more call for the floor. Seeing none, that wraps up. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.